Welcome to Netrush Report, your home for tennis drama, rivalries, and raw emotion on and off the court. If you live for shocking twists, unforgettable comebacks, and bold commentary, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a single serve of the drama. The Davis Cup is unlike any other tennis event. It's not just about individual brilliance. It's about fighting for your country, feeling the weight of the flag on your shoulders, and clashing in front of passionate, often hostile, crowds. For Holger Rune, this year's tie against Spain was supposed to be his big moment. Denmark had shocked everyone by taking the first two matches against the six-time champions. The script was almost perfect. Rune, Denmark's young star, had the chance to seal the tie and send his nation into the final eight. But then came Pedro Martinez, ranked outside the world's top 60, drafted in as a last-minute replacement for John Munar. On paper, Rune was the heavy favorite. In reality, this was the beginning of a meltdown that would define his Davis Cup season. The match lasted a grueling 3 hours and 15 minutes. Martinez came out swinging, taking the first set 6-1, with Rune visibly rattled. But the Dane found his rhythm in the second set, battling back 6-4 to force a decider. And then came the chaos. Rune had match point on his own serve at 5-3, 40-30. The victory, the glory, the celebrations, everything was within touching distance. And then he choked. Martinez held firm, clawed back, and dragged Rune into a tiebreak. From there, Rune crumbled, losing 7-6-3. For Denmark, it was devastation. Instead of marching to victory, the momentum shifted back to Spain. Eventually, the hosts pulled off a comeback for the ages, winning 3-2 and booking their place in the final eight. Rune's collapse was the turning point. But the scoreline was only half the story. In the deciding set, Rune began to suffer from cramps and called for a medical timeout. The move infuriated Team Spain, with Captain David Ferrer storming over to the officials to argue. The crowd, already hostile, turned even more aggressive. Every whistle, every jeer seemed to dig deeper into Rune's focus. Then came a disputed double bounce call late in the match. Rune believed he was robbed of a crucial point. His frustration boiled over. When the match ended, he walked toward the chair umpire, extended his hand, and then dramatically pulled it back at the last second. That refusal was the headline moment. To many fans, it was the ultimate sign of immaturity. Instead of accepting defeat with grace, Rune walked off with the air of someone who believed the world was against him. Social media exploded. One fan wrote, "Such a gigantic baby. How can anyone root for this guy?" Another took a jab at his ongoing social media saga with Anna Kalinskaya, saying, "Anna Kalinskaya taking notes." But not all the reactions were negative. Some fans admitted that while Rune is infuriating, his antics make tennis entertaining. We need a few characters like this. Love him or hate him, you're watching. Rune has always been polarizing. To his supporters, he's fiery, passionate, and unafraid to speak his mind. To his critics, he's bratty, disrespectful, and quick to play the victim card. This wasn't Rune's first time being linked to drama outside the lines. Just weeks earlier, Russian player Anna Kalinskaya reportedly called him out over persistent messages. Their back and forth became a mini soap opera for tennis Twitter, with fans joking that Rune spends as much time causing off-court chaos as he does practicing his forehand. So when Rune pulled back his handshake in Marbella, fans instantly tied the dots. Yep, same old Rune. On court, off court, it's all the same storyline. Rune also clashed with the crowd throughout the match. Every time he complained, gestured, or looked at the umpire, the whistles grew louder. After the match, he admitted he had some discussions with the spectators, but tried to downplay the tension in his press conference. Still, the optics were clear. Rune looked rattled. While champions like Rafael Nadal once thrived on silencing hostile crowds in Davis Cup ties, Rune seemed to let the atmosphere consume him. To understand why this loss hurts so much, you need to look at Rune's 2025 season. He started strong, winning the ATP 500 Barcelona Open in April, his only title so far. At the Australian Open and French Open, he reached the fourth round, showing flashes of brilliance. But Wimbledon? A first-round exit. The US Open? Out in the second round. For a player who was once hailed as a future world number one, these results paint a different picture. Rune has talent in abundance, but the consistency and maturity seem to be missing. The Handshake snub wasn't just about one match. It added fuel to an ongoing narrative. Rune is struggling to balance his raw talent with the sportsmanship expected of top players. Compare him to Carlos Alcaraz. Both are young. Both burst onto the scene with hype. But while Alcaraz is admired for his humility, Rune is increasingly viewed as tennis' new bad boy. And whether he likes it or not, these moments stick. Fans don't just remember wins and losses. They remember the drama. Rune's next stop? The Laver Cup in San Francisco, September 19th to 21st, where he'll represent Team Europe. It's a chance for him to flip the script, to show that he can channel his fire into results instead of meltdowns. But let's be real. With his reputation right now, every move Rune makes at the Laver Cup will be under a microscope. If he thrives, it could be a redemption arc. If he combusts again, the gigantic baby label will only grow louder. Here's the question. Is Holger Rune tennis' next great villain, or just a young star still figuring it out? Some argue that the sport needs personalities like Rune. Tennis without controversy can sometimes feel robotic, and players like him bring unpredictability. Others argue that disrespecting opponents, umpires, and fans crosses a line. Whatever side you're on, one thing's clear. Rune keeps us talking. And in a sport where headlines are often dominated by Alcaraz, Djokovic, and Swiatek, that alone is an achievement. So what do you think? Was Holger Rune simply unlucky against Pedro Martinez? Or did he let his immaturity and emotions cost Denmark a Davis Cup dream? Should fans cut him some slack? Or has he crossed the line one too many times? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. And if you love diving into tennis drama, rivalries, and raw behind-the-scenes emotion, make sure you subscribe to Netrush Report and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay sharp, stay passionate, and never miss a single serve of the drama.